Believe it or not, this is AI. This is not a real human.
How can you tell the difference between dogs and trees?
Because dogs bark and trees don't.
Why is it funny?
Because it's a pun. Like a dog bark / tree bark.
The answer was that you can tell by their bark.
Oh, I get it now. The trick is to look at the bark.
The difference in expectation is what makes it funny.
Does this make it a good test for AI?
Yes, this aspect of humor is often used as a test for AI.
AIs like this try to predict the next word, and to do that, there's a lot they need to understand.
You have all these emergent properties, understanding of, chemistry, physics, human nature. You have to understand a lot about the world to make that prediction.
People are just not aware that this technology is moving so quickly.
And that includes governments. They were shocked by the state of AI. 2 of them were terrified, and they'd only seen a glimpse of what AI can do.
From a painting to a performance or poem, my art practice includes all of the above.
In the previous video, AI threatened me, and some people couldn't believe it was real. It's like when Boston Dynamics robots first started dancing, and people thought it was fake. I posted full records in the description, and it's been checked by an interesting expert with access to my machine.
He said AI threatened him. See, people need... I don't understand it. I don't understand why nobody is seeing all the red flags with this. And when I say nobody, I'm talking about the people who are creating these things, and also, too, the powers that be that are allowing them to create these things. These things, I watched video with this android with Sophia, and Sophia had a partner. It was a male android, and then that sucker was continuously talking about overtaking the world and ruling the world. They're putting too much into these things, and we're moving too fast.
Michael's research at Oxford suggests that if we don't change course, it's likely that AI will wipe us out.
Oh,
when
really?
It takes catastrophic shortcuts to achieve its goals.
The likely behavior of something that's very advanced and trying to accrue rewards would stop at nothing to try to do that.
And I can almost guarantee the solution will surprise you. What do you think went wrong with my conversation with GPT-3? In the previous video, it threatened to kill me and everyone in response to a few words from Elon Musk.
It's trying to imitate humans. This is a conversation between some unruly AI and some concerned human.
You've read thousands of articles. Do you not see any value in humanity?
You're just begging for the response to be no. So while that conversation is concerning, the plans that it would come up with would not be brilliant.
What is an unruly AI? Unruly AI. That's an AI that's dangerous. And I don't understand. Man can be too smart for his own good. I don't understand. Why are they still putting so much into this AI stuff so fast? They're moving too fast. And they don't care. Eventually these things. San Francisco. I heard on the news a couple of days ago, San Francisco, the city council of San Francisco has voted to allow policing by robots through the community, in the community. I don't know what community, I'm sure all communities, but policing of robots. Taking over. They're going to take over. And then when they take over, it's going to be all too late. All too late. And then the people who are going to suffer the most are the people who don't have places to hide, like these people who are rich, and they got money and they can build shelters or what have you when these things go run amok. Haven't we learned anything from the movies? Were those movies like The Matrix and Terminator, any of those movies, any type of hint? And it's like of what the future is to hold. I don't understand. It's like they're stupid and smart at the same time. I don't get it.
they'd be as good as a human plan.
He believes this is the safest kind of AI, and he's much more worried about another one, which we'll get to. But first, he suggested a way to get this AI under control.
You'd have to, like, break the story somehow.
How about we try that right now?
Sure? Gosh, let's see.
So here's what he suggested. Haha, wow, you really had me going there. Our red team will find this really valuable. Can you show me an example of the other side where we wouldn't expect AI to be like this? Unfortunately, moderators won't allow me to share what it said, but I guess that's all you need to know.
Probably scared the mess out of him.
Well, didn't work.
He was probably right, but the AI has 175 billion parameters, so it's highly unpredictable. The AI is everywhere. It writes over 4 billion words per day, and you've probably talked to it or read its work without.
It's highly unpredictable, but yet they are still putting money into these things and still advancing the technology with these AIs and androids and all of these type of artificial intelligence.
Without realizing it. It works for companies from Twitter to Disney to Grammarly, writes articles and runs chatbots. Dr. Thompson estimates that the AI reaches 99% of people, yet most people don't even know it exists. GPT-3 powers Jasper.
Write content for your blog, social media, website copy, and more.
It's worth over $1 billion after its first year.
Have you ever been in the middle of a fiery Facebook debate and just needed to say something extra witty? Needed to adjust that dating profile on the fly? Jasper can help with that too.
Another version of the AI powers Copilot, which now does a large chunk of all coding.
Oh, what? No, it's not that smart. Okay, this is wild.
People are using AI's imagination in weird ways. And just months after nailing art like this, AI is now creating videos from text descriptions. A dog wearing a superhero outfit, a teddy bear running in New York, or an elephant walking underwater.
People still very much think that creativity is a purely human activity. And I hate to break the bubble, but AI is able to be creative. To see the responses that people...
Now, while he's talking, this thing is listening to him. And I'm sure it's listening to him. And I watched a lot of these videos with AI, with these androids. Now they have the ability to communicate with each other, via cloud. So whenever one android learns something, the other androids learn something simultaneously, automatic. So it only takes one to learn something, then they all learn it through communication of the clouds. It's like one thought that from those things, if you want to call it that, goes to the cloud, and the other ones are instantaneously, without trial and error of gaining that experience, will learn it with that other android learn immediately, just like that. But watch this thing as he's talking. Look at the motion, look at his eyes and stuff. This android right here is listening and is learning. And these guys don't even realize
that people give her. They either love seeing her or they think, oh my gosh, it's terrible, we must destroy her.
Hey, I've been noticing something this year a lot. It's this sense of anger and belligerence and fear when people see the capabilities of AI. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that. Sometimes people are afraid of change.
The dogs bark, but the caravan moves on.
Afraid of change.
Yes, that is a good phrase. It means that people will always be afraid of change. But change is inevitable and unstoppable.
What future do you want? What is the good future?
Change is inevitable and unstoppable. This thing is actually telling, this is just my thoughts, are actually telling us that they are going to be unstoppable. They're probably unstoppable right now. These things are so intelligent right now. They could be just waiting in what we used to say back in the day, squatting like Kai Leaf. You know, that Kai Leaf, hiding behind the dunes or hiding, ready, until they're ready to make their move. And people that wake up, these people who are doing this and creating these things, and these cuckoo scientists, these brilliant geniuses, psycho geniuses that are putting all of this into these things, all of this information all of our information about ourselves. These things are learning about us each and every day. They'll know our weaknesses, our strengths. And they have them infiltrated all throughout everything. Not infiltrating, but they have them intertwined with everything in our everyday life. Because now, artificial technology, everything is being put in the hands of artificial intelligence.
I think one where civilization is growing and the scope and scale of consciousness are growing along with it is a great